So we pass on to the second question. The question is, a smooth sphere of weight W is supported in contact with a smooth vertical wall by a string fastened to a point in its surface, the other end being attached to a point in the wall. That is, this is a smooth sphere. One end of it is attached to the smooth wall, and there is a string. The string also attached to a point on the wall, and it's attached to the center of the sphere. If the length of the string is equal to radius of the sphere, length of the string is A. So it is not attached to the center. The other end being attached to a point on the wall. One end is fastened to a point on its surface. So the string is attached to a point on the surface. String is attached to point B and the other end is attached to A. So the length of the string is AB. Length of string is AB, that is equal to radius of the sphere. Radius of the sphere is, say, CD, that is also equal to R. So AB is equal to R and CD is also equal to R. These are the things given in the question. A sphere is attached with a string. It is connected to a point on the surface B and attached to the wall. So AB is a string and this is a wall, smooth wall, and radius of the sphere is the same as the length of the string. Find the inclination of the string to the vertical. We are asked to find out the inclination of the string to the vertical. Theta is equal to how much? And the tension in the string and the reaction of the wall. Tension in the string is TAB and the reaction of the wall RD. So these are the things to be found out. So this is also a problem of equilibrium. The wall is in equilibrium, its weight is acting downward. If you detach the string, tension in the string will be acting away from the center and the contact surface reaction will be acting towards the center and normal to the surface. So draw the free body diagram. We will detach or make the spring with the sphere free from all the surfaces. Then we can mark, this is the center of the sphere. I will mark the wall, the detached wall. This is the wall detached, I will show you as dotted line. So the normal reaction, the surface reaction will be acting perpendicular to this, and in the case of sphere, all the forces will pass through the center. So this is the contact surface force or the surface reaction, contact reaction RD. It will pass through the center. Then the tension in the string, this is the direction of string. So the tension in the string will be acting in this direction. This is tension in the string AB. This point is A. So the tension in the string will be acting away from the joint. It will be acting away from the center. Next, any other force? So this is there are only. Then we have to first of all mark the weight of the cylinder. The weight of the cylinder, it should act from the center downward. The weight should be always acting from the center downward. So this point C, three forces, tension in the string away from the joint, the reaction, contact surface reaction RD towards the center, and it is perpendicular to the surface, and the weight acting vertically downward. So we have to find out theta, tension, RD, all the three things. So we have drawn the free body diagram. First of all, look into this figure. Looking into this figure, if theta is this angle, What about sine theta? This is r, this radius is also r. We can see sine theta is equal to opposite side divided by hypotenuse. R divided by 2r. Therefore, theta is this is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore, theta is equal to 30 degree. We have got the first answer. Inclination of the spring with the vertical is 30 degree. Now, coming to the forces. What about this angle? This angle. If this angle with vertical is 30 degrees, this angle theta dash. Angle with horizontal, this is with vertical. So the theta dash, the angle with the horizontal will be 90 minus 30, 60 degrees. So in this figure, this angle is 60 degree. This is 90. Okay. So to find the tension in the spring, I am going to use Lami's theorem. So if I am going to use Lami's theorem at the point C, a vertical force W is acting downward. Okay, this RD is acting like this, and this TAB is acting at 60 degrees with horizontal. This is RD. So if I want to apply the Lami's theorem, there is one condition. There must be only 3 forces. The second condition is all the forces should be acting either away from the joint, or all the 3 forces should be acting towards the joint. So what I can do here is, this force, it will not produce any change even if I mark it. Say this force can be marked like this also. So I can mark, instead of RB in this direction, I can change it as in this direction. From the point C here, RD can be extended to this direction, so that now it will not produce any change in the body, because the force can be, point of application can be transmitted along its line of action. So now it satisfies all the conditions for Lami's theorem. There are 3 forces acting at a single point, and all the 3 forces are acting away from the joint. So this angle is 60 degrees. Now we can easily apply W divided by the angle between the other two. If this is 60, totally 180. So 180 minus 60, 120. W by 120 is equal to RB by, this is RB, angle between the other two, this is 90. So 90 plus 60, sine. W by sine 120 is equal to RB by sine 150 is equal to TAB by this angle, sine 90. Okay, W by sine 120, RB by sine 150, TAB by sine 90. So we can first of all get RB. The reaction at the contact surface RB is equal to W sine 150 divided by sine 120 will give you 1.577 W. So reaction at this contact surface, we have got next tension TAB. TAB is equal to tension in the string. We can make use of these two, W into sine 90 divided by sine 120. So it will work out to 1.154 W. So here we have first of all drawn the free body diagram and made use of Lami's theorem, since there are only 3 forces and all the 3 forces are acting at one single point, which is much easier compared to the resolution. And if you feel the resolution is easier, here also you can do Fx is equal to 0. By doing Fx is equal to 0, RB and this TAB will be having component, that you will write one equation. Resolving vertically, you will get one equation. From that we can get both RD as well as TAB as done in the previous example. So either use sigma Fx0, sigma Fy0 for concurrent forces, or you make use of Lami's theorem provided there are only three forces.